Good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome to Onpassive Heroes. So you know we are live on YouTube at the moment. If you haven't started sharing to your friends, you can start sharing now. And thanks for joining us today. A very big welcome to our LC.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Is it being recorded? I don't see it being recorded.
It's being recorded and we are live now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. A very special welcome to all our LC leaders in the house. Thanks for joining us. We are so proud of you guys and we love you. Thank you very much. Also, welcome everyone. If you are joining us for the first time, if you are joining us in first time, welcome. Welcome to the family. And also, on behalf of the UK leadership team, we would like to say thank you to all the founders and the guests who made it possible to join our first ever event last weekend. It was very, very wonderful. Thanks for everyone that made it possible to join us. And also thank you to all those who join us through the webinar. Thank you very much. And also congratulations to all founders and also the leaders as well. Once again, welcome. Without wasting much time, we'd like to call Brother Red to give us some update. Brother Red.
Thank you very much, Sister Jocelyn, and everyone else who's here. Great to be back again on the Heroes. We've had a couple of weeks off. Not much going on last weekend, really, was there? But there you go. Fantastic time was had by all, that's for sure. And I want to reiterate and echo what Jocelyn's just said about the live event that we held at the Bankhouse Hotel in Worcester. It was extremely well attended, very professionally done. And as our CEO himself said, we have certainly raised the bar as far as people doing live events are concerned. It is just a start for the UK and Ireland. If anybody is here, we want to kick on from this. We want to host many more mini events around the UK and Ireland. If you are one of the founders who want to do their own small event in your local area, in your home, the village pub, or a hall close to you, get in contact with any of the UK and Ireland leadership team and put your name forward, and we will add you to a group that we are working very closely with so that we can then move forward to help you organise your event and also for some of us to turn up at it. So the last time we saw and heard from our CEO, Ash Farad, was almost a week ago. So it was the roundtable last Monday. And he came on and once again, he gave us some great updates. He came on and he said his thanks to Angie and her mum, Andrea Han, for the German live webinar, which was on the same day as the UK and Ireland. And he also acknowledged all of the people and participants who made the UK and Ireland event a great success as well. He also said that COVID, unfortunately, is raising his ugly head again in India. They tested the whole of the staff in Hyderabad. They had 8 cases, not severe symptoms, because part of the COVID protocols that they had put in place was to make sure that everyone was at least double jabbed. So they only had mild cases, and they were hoping that with the restrictions they were putting back in, which was staggered lunch times, etc., and the guidelines for social distancing and wearing masks, etc., would stop any more spread of it in the offices. As you
Red put it in there.
As you can see, again, we have a new website. This came out on Monday. Again, we are expecting a new website to be here tomorrow as well. Last week was link number 57. And if you have seen it, you will notice that there is no more founders link there in both of those. So things are moving on as far as that is concerned. We haven't got a referral link yet, but obviously as soon as we do, you guys will be the first to know that we have. So we are waiting for the next phase. It's going to be a very interesting phase, because this is the phase that we've all been waiting for in one way, shape or form, because it actually does mean that we will be moving into the marketplace and selling products. And this means for us as founders, commissions in one way, shape or form. He actually did say as well that the first part of the marketing campaign that will be going out as far as selling products is concerned, this will be done on your time and date stamp. Obviously, we cannot market 1.4 million people all at the same time. So the first through the door, which are the very early adopters of Onpassive, they will be the first ones that will benefit from the marketing campaign when it first starts. And then obviously, as we move forward with it, more dates of those founders' positions will be added with their personal links as well. So far we've attracted almost 1.5 million people over the last 4 years, and it really is a movement of unity with a name, and we really do have a understanding of what we are now. You know, we're not just a founder in a company. There's far more to a founder than just being here for the ride. You know, what has been taught to us from our CEO, from ourselves to you guys, and all the way through, is much more than just being part of a business. It is a movement. It is a unity of a body of like-minded people, and we all understand what our purpose is within Onpassive. It's not just about the money, it's also about giving back, and this is what really does drive many of us. Just a small vision attracted so many people. We are now beyond this vision and have affordable, disruptive, artificial intelligence products that are ready to go. The lower price that is currently on the market, we have a much higher value than any of those lowest price market products that you see out there right now. Now, if you have been plugged in over the last couple of days, value has been a big topic as far as the Onpassive Tech guys is concerned, and many of the leaders as well. We've been talking about the importance of value. If you want to know more about how this impacts you as a founder, just plug into any of those recordings on anyone's channel, and you will be able to be updated with that. If you do visit a channel and you're not subscribed to it, help us all to spread that word by subscribing to the channel that you're listening on it from. We are all going to benefit passively from what happens within Onpassive. The pay structure, bonuses and revenues will be of a hybrid nature. Why? Because Ash Mufareh does not want to make it a set in stone payment structure, because people unfortunately abuse these structures, and what he doesn't want it to do is become a money game. It is there obviously for the benefit of the founders and for us to make money, but what he doesn't want is for people to come in and abuse that payment structure. So it's going to be hybrid, which means it's going to change, and obviously things are of a fluid nature and not going to be set in stone. It is the biggest pay structure that you will have seen in the world to date as far as a business and company is concerned, and our expenses are lower than those companies that have started before us, because we have started from the ground up with the newest technologies. This means not only are our products far superior, they're faster, they're more intricate than the other people's, but also it means that because we are using new technology, this is much more efficient than the old technology, and so we can actually put our products out at a much lower price point. And also, as far as the company is concerned, we actually don't need as many staff to operate it, because of the artificial intelligence that's working in the background to organize everything. So this is our superior advantage. We need fewer resources in terms of structure and human requirements due to that artificial intelligence. Better tech equals better performance and innovative futures, so we will all benefit from this financial reward. And the coming phases have more marketing campaigns. We will have multiple innovative labs, physical products and mechanics in the bio industries, and we are targeting different sectors as we speak. Our scientists and researchers are also on the hunt for massive and innovative ideas from you guys, the founders. and it is seen as valuable to us as a company. And details of how you can share these with us will be coming in the future. We already know that there is going to be a way of getting that to the right people. I believe that it was going to be done on a product basis. So within a product, there will be a tab for ideas. You can click on that so that the ideas for that one product can go to specifically that product. And also there will be a tab within your back office that you can click as well, that for new and upcoming things that you might have ideas. Our products as we stand right now, what we actually have available to us will extend beyond 2025. Okay, what we have got in that melting pot, what we are designing right now, this is without thinking of anything new, without going and doing anything else. We've got enough now to take us all the way through to 2025 with endless products, multiple coming out months by themselves. We are all going to impact all of the sectors that are going to be out there on the internet. We are literally replacing every component of items in the world as we know it today, all to simplify quality of life and the environment around us. We are creating a movement for our founders and all who are coming to join us. Remember, I said at the beginning, being a founder in Onpassive is not just about the money, and we want to extend this ethos. We want to extend how we think and what we are trying to achieve with Onpassive, not just from founders, but also through to customers and resellers alike. Our name Onpassive is the only one to describe it. Words in the dictionary are not acceptable description of where Onpassive is and is going in the future. There's been so many words, as you well know, bandied around about how to explain what exactly Onpassive is, and really there is no real name, is there, that can explain it in one term. We are so many things to so many people, and this is going to have a very big impact in the world as we know it. What I'm sharing today will be a reference point in 10 or 20 years, he said, to say what it means. We are a gateway to a new era. We cannot convey to you today what the actual picture is, but the actual picture cannot relate to explain on a webinar. We are just too big to explain this in one venue. Onpassive is happening in an unstoppable way. And he actually went on to explain a little bit about why it is unstoppable, because one man's vision has now become almost 1.5 million people's visions. He said, be engaged, don't delay the credibility of the company. This is the path to take. What we know today we have attracted is so much different than what we attracted 4 years ago. I mean, I joined nearly 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years in September. And what I joined 4 years ago is certainly not where we are today. We are far bigger, far superior. We have got just a massive company now compared to where we started those. But one thing was for sure, that vision has not changed. It hasn't changed from 4 years ago to where we are today. Everything has been put in place. It's been scaled. It's been thought about. And this is how to build a massive business. We build, scale it, make sure it works correctly, and then go on from there. The beginning interest of the company was to fix the corruption way of making money online, and now I think that's already been covered many times. This allowed the company to move forward. Now look where we are. Those here today have taken it seriously from the beginning, will get it and understand what I'm trying to say here today. I say here today to give respect to those who have been engaged. That is the people who have been here for a long period of time. Those that are trusted, have trusted the process, will accept and enjoy that process. What does he mean by that? He means that he is going to make sure those that have been engaged, those who have trusted the process, they have been good Passivians, are going to be rewarded for their time and their effort. You have risked nothing, a leap of faith to believe that this is the best thing in your life. Many of us already know that now, hands down. $97. And I have grown myself so much because of what has happened in Onpassive. We have enough support and intelligence and we have made it happen. We really have got a do or die mentality. So Onpassive was not made for profitability. It was created to fit the corruption and make the humanitarian side of things much, much better. Onpassive is the only solution for a stimulus plan for the economy today. Now, we went into quite a lot of detail about what is going to be happening in the global economy coming. We can all see it. In fact, actually, it's funny, really, isn't it, that the average person on the street can see it happening, but all the other politicians have just got their head in the sand trying to ignore what is actually happening. But we know what's happening. Our CEO knows what's happening. And he actually said that Onpassive is the only solution for a stimulus plan for economy. It's not about chucking money at something. It's not about putting that band-aid over a gaping wound. We actually do need, as far as humanity is concerned and countries is concerned, a stimulus package that is going to make a difference, because it is a business. The world's economy didn't get better, and darker nights are coming, he said, but Onpassive is the only stimulus plan that will work for you in the near future. So you do not need to look any further than Onpassive. The recession is coming, unemployment, wars, fuel hikes, etc. And we don't really want to get there, do we, with what is happening? But if it does happen, we need to have a plan. And Onpassive is the only plan that you need for that stimulus plan. So Onpassive is looking forward to meeting the coming future head on. And I actually spoke a little bit about the pride that I had in the founders who came to our live event. I was really blown away how together everybody was. We'd all come from far and wide around the UK, hadn't we? But we're all one unit. We're all founders. You know, it was such a fantastic sight to see. And I do believe that this is replicated across the whole of the foundership worldwide. What we saw in Worcester with 200 plus people, I do firmly believe is replicated in every single country across the globe. He said that there are products that will literally flip this planet upside down. We propose to not share this while the founders' opportunity is open. Why? Because we actually wanted founders to join for the right reason and not the money reason. Life-changing in every essence, human life-changing products. You would die for it. Hell yeah, because life counts for it. When you know more, you do more, because you are better off for doing much, much more if you have the ability to do it. So he finished off then. He said, in the next couple of years, life will look a lot different. And he said, my name is Ash Mufarah, and I will guarantee you that life is going to change for the better. So that's what he came out with. There was a couple of other questions and a few Q&As, but the gist of it was what he said. Now, are we going to see him tomorrow? There's a fair chance that we will. Obviously, if we find out, we will post this in the back office so you can all be up to date. But one thing's for sure, he's given us the time scale. He's given us the dates about the 9 products and the 12 products and where we're all going to be by the end of August and running into September. That's not far away, guys. At the moment, that founder's position has been closed for well over 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks, and the company needs to get busy because they still have bills to pay. And the only way that they can bring that in is to have these products ready for resale to the customers. Anyway, that's it from me, Jocelyn. Back over to you.
Wow. Thank you, Brother Red. That was a very good update. I don't know how you guys do it, but ask me to reach quarter of it, that would be very difficult for me. Thank you very much. You certainly know your job. Thank you. Just a reminder to everyone that we need to rename ourselves and then the country next to our name, please. The code of conduct has just been read. And if you didn't hear it, please check your, Auntie Lynn, did you post it in the chat box? Check the chat box and please.
Sure, I did. I'll repost it again so it shows up at the bottom.
Please, yeah. Thank you. As you can see, my name is Joycelyn Dovo, usually in UK, but at the moment I'm in Germany, so I don't even know where to put I missed my flight on Friday. So I feel like I'm stuck in Germany, but don't worry. I'll be back soon.
You're not coming back.
I don't think they want me here. They will kick me out very soon. So time with our Old Tech Pro team. Our brothers, over to you.
Yes, so Sister Jocelyn, thank you. Thank you, Red, for the wonderful presentation. We have our Old Tech Pro team here. I think we don't have really much because we know Sister Comfort has like a pack, for the Old Tech Pro team. But what I will say is, before we even hand over to the next person, Old Tech Pros are ready to answer all the questions, the technical questions that Mr. Comfort will present. And that's why all of them are here. Bro Vincent, if you don't know them, Bro Oliver, Bro Bob, myself, and the marketing side, we have Tony and all the likes of the marketers, they are here. We have really huge team to answer all the questions. But what I will say before we hand over, I would say when we talk about values, because the topic is about value, the key to Onpassive success. Value, the key. Let's get ready for this because this will be red hot. Value, it will come from the marketing perspective, the sales perspective, like Andy, lot of questions, and there are a lot of people here who will answer. But my take here is value is about goodness. Mr. Ash have said every human being has goodness in them. Goodness is the key. And in goodness, Onpassive was born. I've said in a lot of webinars. And in goodness, we have all the digital products and physical products. Because without goodness, Mr. Ashbrown wouldn't have built this company. This is the key that we as founders are here today. This is the key that we as founders can be proud that we are founders of a company that is a giant and that will leave legacy for our children's children, that they will turn around and say, my great-great-great-great-granddad have done something well for us. So I'll hand it over to you, Sister Jocelyn. Take it over. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Sister Comfort will sort you guys out, so no problem. She's ever ready. I can see from her look. Thanks, sis. Time with Brother Andy. Hey.
I know Jeffrey's here as well today, so I'd like to hear from Jeffrey and see what his view is. But one of the interesting things, obviously, Red's been talking about the new referral link at some point coming in, and personally, for me, what I've been doing is writing a list of different possibilities. Now, we all know parents with kids at school, so write your list. The first port of call for me is probably about 6,000 or 7,000 people that said no. We have so many people that we've tried to talk to about this opportunity, and they've all said no, which is fine. They just weren't ready. When we are, they will kind of be red-faced. But the beauty of it is that we can go back to them. I'm not proud. I'm happy to talk to them again. By the way, here you go. Here are the products too. So, and a lot of you guys will have had a list of people that you've contacted over the time. We also have a list of pending, which hopefully you've kept a copy of. So these are people that you can contact again. All of these opportunities. So kids at school, people with children in further education, people looking to take retirement soon. Every single one of these, small businesses, and these are brilliant, little small businesses, even a corner shop can take advantage of these type of things. So what we do now in the interim is make ourselves a list. And if you've got 2,000 or 3,000 on this list, by the time we go live, you're going to be in a better position than the rest of us. So don't dally, don't delay, start your list today. Oh, it even rhymes. Anyway, I'd like to pass the floor across to Jeffrey and hear from Jeffrey's perspective today. I hope that's okay with you, Jocelyn. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Brother Andy. Brother Jeffrey, welcome to the house, Brother Jeffrey.
Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah. Hand over to you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wonderful. I certainly appreciate that. And Andy, thank you so much. I really appreciate listening and hearing your expertise in your marketing and things of that nature. And I'm glad to be here. So thank you all so very, very much. I certainly appreciate that. Jocelyn, thank you for everything you're doing here. Obviously, there's Comfort and Lynn and Red. I mean, you are the voice too. And we certainly appreciate all of that. And I appreciate too being able to be here and see all these wonderful founders. I mean, we've got a great crowd here. And I think you're right, Red, that the folks here, these are the top of the list of the ones that are engaged. And we certainly appreciate that, because without them, we wouldn't have the momentum that we've got. But I think today's topic, we started talking about value, and there's lots of different types of value within Onpassive. Some of them we've ironed out pretty well, and other ones I hope that perhaps maybe as I go, I'll think of some extras and some neat little things that maybe folks hadn't thought about. But the first one, I mean, Andy just got done talking about the lists, and that's another value that we have that sometimes we don't think about with Onpassive, is all of the tools that we have in the back room there, all the tools in the back office, all of those links, and the ability to access the marketing in the back office, through those links, all the webinars, all of the YouTube videos that we can check out. And I love the fact that you can go in, and I mean, there's value for me. The last couple of days, I've been going in and sending emails, good personal emails out to those pending founders. So yeah, Andy, I think you're right. Those are the ones that, regardless of registering, ultimately they've said no or not yet. So I'm going back after those, and I'm really hoping to bring those on board. So that's an excellent way to look at some of the value. In particular, we probably, in looking at value, we also talk about the over market value, which is absolutely huge. I mean, in the case of Onpassive, that's referring to the value, the dollar amount, the monetary, the freshness, the bigness, and the technology. All of that goes into the value of the products, right? And as a result, without doubt, we have the ability, as Red was talking about earlier, to command a higher price for anything that's out there and similar in the market. We've got better products, and they are at a less cost than what's currently out there. And that's a big, big deal, because you know what? In all honesty, there is nothing out there like our products, because of, again, you hit it dead on the head there, Red, because of the innovative features and the integration that we've got. I mean, man alive, when you start looking at those, the features and the functionality that we have, then that's another way of looking at the value that Onpassive has given us as founders right off the bat, not to mention the countless members that are going to be coming into it. But the beauty of it all is, and this is, well, I'm going to stop saying it's valuable, because every bit of it is valuable. And the real beauty of what we're doing is the fact that we aren't basing our success on this monetary value, because we're not building our success on profit and products. We're building it on, again, being a good company with goodness in the company, built into the company. And that's got more value in it than anything you could talk about with money, simply because when you're doing what's right because it's right, then it's going to end up going good. And all this stuff that we want and all this other stuff that we're looking to get is going to follow us in the wake, because we're doing what we need to be doing. And obviously that's to lift humanity, right? I mean, our backbone, so to speak, is holding the structure of Onpassive up, because we're in it to lift humanity and to stifle all the greed that's out there, the selfishness, right? We want to be the correction to that corruption that we've talked about. I mean, there is absolute value in that, because that corruption has been running rampant for decades. I mean, and that's the priority of Onpassive. And so when I speak about focusing on other than finances, that's what we're talking about right now. Concerning value, real tangible value in less than 60 days. We got the first 90 products coming out that have already, Mr. Mufar has already said, these are over value products, over market value products. And that's because of the innovative features, right? And they're coming out by August. And we're not just talking about price. We're talking about the capacity of these products, the scalability of these products. We're talking about the unique, disruptive, futuristic features of these products, which add so much value on top of everything that we've ever got. And these features are features that the market has never seen before. And that's what skyrockets value, and some of these are ready now. Some of them are over market value right now. The remainder of those, I think there's 4 or 5 that are, and the rest are going to be done. The rest of the 9 will be done by the end of August. And obviously he's pushing the momentum a little bit more and give us a reason to be a little peaceful about it all, and saying that by the end of September, we're going to have another 3. So that's a total of 12 that we're going to have over market value by then, right? And there's other things, things that you may not have thought about. I mean, there's value, and this is kind of where my heart is. There's value in having a CEO that is not motivated by money, a CEO that's got the character to live out a principled life, right? And live out his own values, excuse me, and shares those values with us and builds those values into a company that is going to work for us, for our benefit, and lift us along with the rest of humanity, right? I mean, it's a CEO that's got heart enough to stand by his beliefs and refuse to give in to the pressures of compromise and the pressures of negativity. And he's staying in the saddle, so to speak, on this unicorn. And I'll tell you what, I love it. I am absolutely just flabbergasted every time I think about him, and there's value in having a CEO that is just there for us, with a company that's done for us. I was speaking with Lynn, texting actually with Lynn the other day, and I said, it's amazing to me how he stays so connected to the founders. I mean, he is all over the internet, and he knows what's going on, and he sees these YouTubes and these posts, and, he catches them. I mean, he's looking at them, and he was on there live looking at them the other day. I mean, there is value in every bit of that. It's crazy. And,
thank you very much, Brother Jeffrey. I think you are still in the house. We will come back to you very soon again. Please, thanks for coming. Thank you very much for the update. We really love that. Thank you very much. Thanks. I think we will move to Q&A. So I will hand over to the Q&A ladies. They can continue that with Brother Jeffrey. So Sister Comfort and Sister Fumi, over to you now.
Thank you, Sister Jocelyn. Hi, everyone. Thank you once again for coming. If you see me smiling from molar to molar, it's because something new just happened to me again. This week, I learned about something very brand new, something I never knew how important it was. A little V word, 5-letter V word called value. So thank you guys, tech guys. You did a wonderful job. The entire team, Red, Marty, and so on. You actually blew us up, and I was just sweating. I'm so happy. Thank you, Jeffrey, for showing up today. Thanks, team. And let's just enjoy the ride. I think it's going to be fun. So nevertheless, we are always a pair, right? So my partner in business, we don't want to partner in crime anymore because we're a bit more than that. So we're 2 of us. I just want to give her room to say something, and let's see where we're going from here. Thank you. Sis, are you there?
Yes. Okay, let's start. I have some questions that have come into me today and this week, last weekend. By the way, I'm Olufumilayo Williams from UK, as you know, and most of you know me as Fumi for short, okay? So the first question goes like this, okay? People will join Onpassive as customers and resellers. Does it mean we are the ones that will go around sharing our links to people, or what? Question mark. That's the first question. So who wants to take that?
Is Red still here? Otherwise, I'm happy to take it.
Okay.
But bottom line is there are various ways that we will be able to obtain other customers or new customers or even resellers. As I said, the opportunity presents itself for us to bring on our own. So all of those people that said no should be on your list. And as Jeffrey mentioned as well, the pending, all of these people are possibles for you to share your links with. But the company is also going to go into a marketing campaign, and we are part of that marketing campaign. So if you want to get more customers, then yes, don't stop sharing your link with all and sundry. And as I said, the first port of call is really to make a list. We have all these products. If you look in the back office and read through the details of each product, you can see or think about who they might apply to, and then write them down on the list so that you have that for when we get this referral link. Does that help for me?
Yes, it does. A follow-up question on that. Okay, it says for inactive dormant founders that have moved, that may be moved from, dormant or whatever to resellers or customer status, have they started converting founders to retailers, or is there going to be some kind of alert sent to the founder before the change of status? Is Onpassive going to do that or not?
Who's going to take that one? Collins, where are you? At the end of the day, everybody here is a founder first and foremost. And then once we go live, we will all be able to switch across to resellers. So when we have that reseller link, you can either offer the opportunity to customers direct or as a reseller. Now, if you're not going to do anything and you're just going to allow the company to build your business for you, it may take you quite a substantial amount of time longer for you to reach your income goal. But let me give you an example, which I'm sorry, guys, most of you have heard before, but I'm going to do it again anyway. All right, so let's say, for argument's sake, and this is purely an example, Onpassive is going to get you your 3 customers within a very short period of time, and then from then on it will take 3 months to create a further 3 customers for you and 3 customers for those first 3 that they already acquired. So it'll go you plus 3 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4, 16, 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64, 64 times 392, plus your 64, 256 customers. So under that example, you'd have 256 customers in your group. However, if you shared this opportunity using your referral link, once we get them, and you shared it with 9 others, then that all became resellers as well, then at the end of the year, instead of 256 customers, using that same example, you'd have 2,560. So you'd reach or achieve your income goal sooner rather than later by simply sharing the opportunity. They're called the power of compounding, which I'm sure Tony will mention again later on. Does that help for me?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sister Comfort, over to you.
All right, thank you. Thanks so much, sis, for opening up from that perspective. Guys, we want to step back again to go back to the business of the week. It's all about value, 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 value. And I learned about value until it's never getting finished. I don't know whether value became so valuable because of what Mr. Ash Mufari has done, or that is what value has always been. So let's have a look, because I heard a lot of perspectives. Others look at value from the human perspective, from the financial perspective, from the product perspective, and all that. So guys, let's just get a quick ride through value again and see what we get from there. So Brother Tony, if you are there, please. I don't know, before we go, is Red still in the house, please? I'm not sure. He said he was going to leave a bit.
It's gone.
Is he gone? Is he gone? All right. I am going to give this question to one or two people because this is really important. It's going to be a hit and miss, guys, because there's a lot to discuss. So whatever comes up, let's just dine and wine on it. So yesterday, Red said that Mr. Ash Mufare, what he has done is he has created value before giving the service. What he has given to us first is value before bringing the service. So, Brother Tony, you were there. Can you add your voice to this? Say something about this so that people will know, because this thing value, if we know exactly what we have in our hands, I think we're going to appreciate this business even more.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
All right, great. Hello, everyone. Nice to see everybody here today again. Thank you for coming. It's great to have you here. Yes, I was on a Tech Pros yesterday. We were talking about value. We've been talking about value all week. And the value that Ash is talking about, value before services, what he's doing is he's creating tremendous value with the products, value also with the founders. He wants valuable founders. Everything that he's creating is created based on value. I used a terminology in Old Tech yesterday, and that was the value that we have compared to anyone else, any other business out there, is the difference between a mini donut with a hole in the middle and a 5-layer wedding cake. Okay, Onpassive is the 5-layer wedding cake. It's made with love. It's beautiful when you look at it. It's got a lot of work to put it together, and a donut is just a donut, right? So this is what Ash is doing. He's creating tremendous value with the products that we have. He knows that there's 5 billion people on the internet that are using these products, but the products that they're using today are outdated, like Zoom, for example, and a lot of other autoresponder programs out there and what have you. They're all outdated. They've been outdated for a long time, but yet there's no other place to go. So what he did is he created tremendous value. He put tremendous value behind the products, and said, look, we've got better products now. The products are all integrated with the artificial intelligence, which makes it more innovative than any other product out there. And we're going to focus on the value instead of the money. See, a lot of companies out there, they focus on profits before people. Ash is focused on the people before profits. The profits will come if you create the value. Thank you, Sister Comfort. Back to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, there's another question. Collins, if you can pick on this, right? You guys have made me understand throughout this week, like, for example, these founders that we are, it's a value. The tech team in India, that is value. Even the old Tech Pro, the team, that the leadership team, and all of these things are value. They have those various perspectives. So how does the founders add value to this company? How is that value? Brother Collins.
I can chip in.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Greetings from Bel Air. Good to see everyone. So, hi, Tony. So, there's value in all aspects of Onpassive. Value, like you said. So, if we are talking about how us, the founders, how we add value, right? I would think just what I think it was Mr. Moloch was saying, just us being able to go to our back office and use our links to also bring in additional, use the value that we have within Onpassive and expand on it, bringing in additional maybe resellers that we, that we can find, because we can also, the company is going to work for us. The system is automated. Everything is all done for us. Customers are going to come to us, right? But we can also add value by giving the company a helping hand, going out to the various businesses and companies, our various contacts, people that we know, and tell them, hey, there's this new company called Onpassive that has come. It has a total digital solution. You can use their product. So that's another way that us as founders, we can bring value. We can add, compound on the value that Onpassive is bringing.
Wow. All right, thank you so much. So back to you now, Andy, and maybe Brother Tony, you might add in after Andy from your own perspective, from the marketing perspective too, given that people are value, products are value, and everything. So how do you appreciate that from the sales perspective? How does this play a role in your own sphere of?
I think it's more, from my point of view, and the feeling I have is that Ash has created this, but having 1.5 million people with him on this journey has, in a way, made it easier for him. But he's put together 1.5 million people with different backgrounds, different perspectives, and different ways in which they can bring their expertise to the table. So, you know, we as far, I'm not technically minded, as you well know, but I do understand that there's power in numbers. And when I say power in numbers, it's not just, yes, we have a fighting force, if you like. It's more in line with, we've taken away all thoughts of issues between races, between colours, between creeds, between countries, you name it. We've come together as one unit, and the value of that is far greater in a company than anything else you'll come across in any other company. None of the big tech giants have that. Does that make sense, or am I?
Sure. Yeah,
it does. Okay, good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Brother Tony, do you have anything to add to that, please?
Yeah, Andy pretty much summed it up in a good way there, but I'm going to say this. From my perspective, when I was doing marketing for the longest time, it was more focused on profits before people, and the value didn't really mean all that much. And it's been like that for a long time. If you look at corporations, they're always competing against each other with how much money they can make, right? And then they just slap something together, and you know, and that's pretty much it. And that's the way it's been for the longest time. But we've turned everything the other way around. Ash said, you know what? I mean, we are going to create value. The value is going to speak for itself, and it pretty much does. When you put the value that we have of the products we have in front of billions of people that are already using some of these products, but ours are a heck of a lot better. And we already know that. I don't have to go into details, right? But when they come into Onpassive and use the free version, the free stuff that Onpassive is going to have for them, and they start to see the stuff that they're already using someplace else, and they look at ours compared to the one that they're using, they're automatically going to see the value. And the price is going to be a lot cheaper. So nobody will be able to compete with Onpassive because of the value that we have. See, the thing is, we're bringing everything back to the way it should be. Years ago, many years ago, they used to create products with value. Now everything is cheap, and it's pretty much a plastic society. Everything breaks easily, then we have to keep buying the same products. But Ash is bringing value back to the table. The profits will naturally just follow that eventually in due time.
Wow. All right. Thank you. Thanks so much. Guys, why I'm asking this, because if everybody's like me, most of these things they're discussing now, I never looked at them like value. But then when they explain, you're like, all right, this is how much we've got. That's why we can never wrap our head around what we have on the table. So back to you again, Jeffrey, if you can. Yesterday, Tony said, when you create inspiration, you create value. Does this describe everything that Mr. Ash Mufareh is doing? Jeffrey, are you there? Maybe he needs to.
Yeah, Comfort. Yeah. I am here, but I don't. No, I really can't add anything to that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks. All right, guys. So
I'll add to that, Sister Comfort, and I'll explain what I meant about the inspiration. Inspiration is value. we have it right here. We're all inspired. We're all inspired about what we have as founding members. We know what we have. We have the value of the products, the value of the founders, the value of our CEO. That is an inspiration. And inspiration creates value. And that's what I meant. Inspiration is valuable, very valuable. When you're inspired, when I'm inspired about something, that means it's valuable to me. For example, when I listened to Ash's audio recordings, the first time I heard it, I was inspired because he was speaking from the heart. And when he speaks from the heart, he was inspiring me. So as a result of inspiring me, that to me is valuable. That's what I meant about that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks. I was asking Jeffrey, because I just wanted to get another perspective, but I appreciate the fact that you came back to it too. So thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah. So Collins, let's look at value now, just based on just a single product. I know that products value. Just pick up a product of your choice and let's understand what are the values of that product from any angle, so that it will help ease the understanding of many other people. Collins, are you there? It's a bit slow today. What's happening?
It's not.
I'm being in and out. I don't know. Can you take it again, please?
Yes, I was going to say that you should just discuss value just based on one product. Pick a product of your choice. I don't want to choose for you, and just discuss value, how we get value from that product from various angles and so on, just to help many more people understand what value we're talking about here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Comfort. Nearly all the products we have in Onpassive has lots of value, tremendous values. But I will always go by what, my brother Bob always said, OCHAD. OCHAD is a product where you sleep and the product is working for you. Let us look at the functionality of OCHAD. We have voice to text. Remember, when you text, you write something and said, okay, I want this. I'm looking for all mail or all this. And you have Sonar speaking to you. That's a machine learning, machine talking to you as humans, because of the AI-driven functionality that is embedded in OCHAT and all the products. Now, OCHAT is embedded in it's integrated in all the products like Academy, Create, Connect, and whatever you can think of. Because when you go to that product, you click on that product and you're wandering around not knowing what to do, there will be a pop-up, a chat box that will come up and say, how can I help? That's Sonar, that's the chat box. Then you can ask a question. You said, I don't know how to go to my wallet. OCHAT will navigate you through to that wallet. That is the beauty of our functionality. There is no chat box. I've used all of them. Most of them I've used a lot. I don't want to call the company. They have chat box. It's there. But none of us can lead you, can walk you through to what you are looking for. OCHAT will do that. That's a multi-billion-dollar company on its own right. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that their chat box is there. I can talk about Omail. Omail will be reading your email for you. Tell me how many email we have. Our CEO said it, that you sit and you listen to music. He was just speaking in parables, telling you that your email, you can have long email from your CEO or from your director or maybe from Tony Mong, writing a long email. I'm tired of reading. I just click a button and the system will read the email for me. No, that's the beauty. Bro Oliver talk about everything integrated in one place where you don't have to have too many pop-ups. We're talking about single sign-on. I can go on and on. This is the madness, good madness of Onpassive.
Wow.
For those who don't know, this is what I will say. I can go on and on, but I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Okay, of course. Thank you. Thanks so much. So we have heard about new links popping up every week. And this time around, I think by tomorrow, we'll have another one. We are on link 57 now. I just need to know if Brother Oliver is in the house. Does every link come with added value, maybe more than what of the previous link? What's the value that these new links are adding to us, to the business?
Every Monday, new link compound above market value is adding, it's taking the cool. Every Monday, we're having new one with more features. For example, go to block go to your upper right hand corner. I think it's the upper right hand corner or now it's the left. You have, go look at the blog. More stuff for us to read. More other, just the brightness is alone, the speed, everything. More features are adding. More features are adding. So our website is, if you look at the website last week, on last week, link 57, the one that is coming out tomorrow, 58, is going to be different. The features that are there are going to be different. If you go look at all the previous ones, they are all they're adding values on them. So I cannot really put my finger on any, but I know that in the blog you have new features adding.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much. So before we go ahead, remember we were two of us, and Sister Fumi and myself, we had two sets of questions. Let's just do the hybrid, and we want to give her time to also come up with another question. Sis, are you there, please?
Yes. The question that I wanted to ask was already answered, but there's another one that has to do with, which is linked to one question they were asking about how the founders put value or add value to the business. As in, the CEO has been saying we should go to our back offices and access the back office. Why is it so important? That's one. And then during the week, I know Brother Vincent mentioned, which I believe is one of the reasons, about attitudes and mindset of the founders. How does that relate to the value the founders are supposed to have as relating to the business?
Okay, so I feel like you asked two questions, but if you let me, or if you let me, because you have not called anybody to answer, I would plead with Jeffrey to take the first question of, was it why the CEO is asking people, of late he has been insisting on people to go to the back office. Is there any reason for that? Was that a question?
Yes.
Would you like to give it to Jeffrey though?
Yes,
yes, because I would.
Yeah. You might as well as answer the second one.
Well, yeah, obviously, Mr. Mufar has, I mean, that's a wonder. The back office, think about all of the links, think about all of the things that we can go, everything on the side panel there, from the upgrades to all of the tools, to your teams, to the summaries, to the ebook, everything is in the back office. And we want to go in there to stay engaged. When you click on your updates, I mean, look at the updates that Marty put in there, Chris and Julie and Redfern. And I mean, you've got the 360, you've got the roundtable. Those are the two premier channels, platforms, if you will, that Mr. Mufara advocates for our engagement. And there's lots of people putting lots of webinars up there that also you can go in and get the links. Additionally, when you speak about going back there and using those links, then when you do that, it is adding more value to Onpassive overall, simply because of how you are addressing your beliefs and putting your faith out there in the back office and using it and all of that. It's just, that's the way that we need to stay engaged primarily, is through the back office. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does.
Let me add one. When we look at the back office, thank you, Jeffrey, for that, for the answer. But where are you going to cash your molars? Where are you going to cash your money? How are you going to? How? You must be engaging with the back office, because that is where your wallet is going to be. Do you think the CEO come and tell you that your wallet is that go to your back office? No. It's good today now to start familiarizing yourself with the back office, so that by the time you want to go to the market, you already know that, okay, I can go to update, I can go to webinars, I can go to wherever, and you will see where the wallet is. You will know you know the activities that are coming, the events that are coming. So that's what makes you to engage. So that because with me now, I can close my eyes. When I log in, I close my eye, I know this is where update. I have update them here on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, I have this. But important, I know most of us here, we don't go to our back office. But please start going to your back office because that's where your wallet is going to be. Thank you.
I'll add to that, Sister Comfort, if you don't mind, or Sister Fumi. I don't know who was speaking first. Sister Comfort, you're muted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Sister Fumi, yeah. I can't believe that question was even asked. Seriously, I think the question was what value do we have as founders going into the back office? I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to say, okay, you just bought a coffee shop, all right? And if you don't show up into the coffee shop and you find out what's going on, what value are you giving to your business? Seriously, you're giving absolutely no value at all. And the business is not giving you any value, right? So it's very important, like Oliver just stated, it's very important to stay engaged and find out what's going on. And the thing is, the more you stay engaged and the more you find out what's going on, because all the information is back there. And when you do that, when you consistently do that, you just become naturally inspired, like all of us here. And then you start to lose some sleep. All right, back to you, Sister Fumi. Thank you.
Thank you. That second question was, I picked up. You said something about attitude and mindset, Brother Vincent. So how does the mindset and the attitude of the founders add value to the business?
Well, thank you, Sister Fumi, for this good question. Because when we talk about business, we talk also about the attitude. Because Onpassive is a massive company. So we Onpassive and we founders, we also need to have a good attitude over there. So if we come, it seems like this webinar, we need to have also good attitude. We need to be also professional. So we are like the vision for other people sitting outside there, even they are Onpassive or not. They want a good attitude from us. They say, oh, this company, these founders, they are very professional. When you go to their webinar, it's professional. And then a lot of people, they are watching us from the YouTube, everywhere, even recorded webinars. So we need to show them a good attitude because our vision or our company also depend on the attitude we show to the world. When people watch our video, I say, oh, this is professional. They are doing a great job. So they know, from our attitude, even customers sitting there, they know these people, they are professionals. So everything they are saying is good. So this is very important. Also, it brings a big value to us as well. Yeah. So this is the reason why I talk about the attitude. Thank you, Sister Fumi.
Thank you, Brother Vincent.
Can I add to that?
Okay, yes, I was going to say, please, because before you add to that, Brother Bob, I want you to cover something also in line with what Brother Vincent said. When you talk about mindset, how does mindset affect, our attitudes or the business or taking value away from it?
Okay. A good mindset is always good. A good or positive aura is good. When you have a good mindset, what does that translate to? It translates to some kind of an attraction to not only to you as an individual, but to the company, to us as a corporation. When the mindset is positive, the energy around you, what you bring in, customers are going to find out about Onpassive. They're going to come in drove, like our brother Oliver said yesterday. When Onpassive launches, it's going to be Black Friday. He said it was going to be like Black Friday in America. We revised it to say it is going to be Black Friday every day. The attitude, the mindset, our positive energy that we bring, what we say about our products, what we put on social media, everything, that's all of that encompasses, that mindset and that good positive attitude. I was going to add to Vincent's point in saying that the attitude and mindset also it involves or connects our employees, those who are working for us in Hyderabad. They should also and must also have a positive mindset and attitude. What our founder has done is he has created that environment for them. You see, he has given them, he has actually brought in the world's brilliant, the best, right? He's brought them in and then he unleashed them, for them to be able to think out of the box, bring their imagination into reality, and that's what is happening. They are free. Some of them actually are coming up with different kind of ideas, things that Mr. Ash did not even think of or know of, and then they are able to manifest it and bring it into reality. So when you have a good positive attitude and a mindset, even with the employees, it also adds value to us as Onpassive as a whole.
Okay. So can we say then that Brandy, come on, hold on for me, please. Can we say that negative attitude and mindset won't affect Onpassive as a business, but it will affect you personally as for your business?
Yes, it could. It could affect you. But I mean, it is not good, of course. When you have a negative attitude or negative energy, that, you know, the reverse effect is also true. A positive attitude drives in positive traffic, positive energy. A negative attitude or energy also does the same thing. So the reverse is true. So overall, it is good for us, you know, to have this positive mindset and attitude all around the clock. First of all, we are founders, we are resellers, we are customers, we are with the world's best company. I mean, there's no company like Onpassive. So you shouldn't have a negative attitude or energy around you. It should be all jolly, 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 I would think.
Do you mind if I add to that, Sister Fumi? I wrote in the chat that a negative attitude will not affect Onpassive. And there's a reason for that. Any attitude is very important. Any negative attitude that's gone against our NDA or disclaimer or what have you, Onpassive doesn't tolerate it. These people have been terminated. So the negative attitude in the long run is just going to affect you. It's not going to affect Onpassive. Onpassive is way too big and way beyond that negative attitude. If you want to have a negative attitude, it's just a matter of time that you'll be kicked out the door. You know, we're all about positive attitude here. We are following our leader, our CEO, Ash Mafara, who's a positive human being. And he radiates nothing but positivity. We should emanate that. And as we emanate that, we become better people. And I think most of us in Onpassive are positive people. But like I said before, the negative attitude is an individual thing. And eventually you're going to self-sabotage whether it's a negative, positive attitude, you'll be fine. But with a negative attitude, you're finally going to be, like I said, booted out the door.
Thank you, Brad Tony. Brad Andy, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, for me, it's a little different. Some of us have been here for quite some time. Jeffrey, obviously, 4 years, Red 4 years. Me, not so long, but because I've got engaged with what was going on, I took an interest in my business, which is what this is. This is my business. Because I've taken an interest in it, my own personal growth has come on leaps and bounds first and foremost. But more importantly, part of Ash's vision is to create 1 million Mother Teresas, people that are going to help others once they've filled their tank. So for me, I know I'm sorted. And my mindset change has been, I'm now sorted. I'm fine. I no longer need to worry. I've got to keep doing what I'm doing and keep growing the way I'm growing and keep learning the things I'm learning. But at the end of the day, I'm sorted. Financially, I'm sorted. And because of this mindset change, this is a case of being able to then look and think, okay, I'm going to get to that stage, and I'm hoping it's going to be sooner rather than later, because I'm going to work the system. I'm going to work to create more and more resellers and more customers, etc., and achieve my income goal sooner, so that I can then give back. And this is what Ash is all about. This is the first video that I listened to for that Ash was on. For me, it was a feeling, right, this man, it says exactly, he's going to do exactly what it says on the tin. You know, my handshake is my bond. At the end of the day, this is what business should be. every single business should be this way. My handshake is my bond, my value to you, that I am an honest businessman and I will do exactly as I say. And this is what this man has created. So for me, this mindset change is an incredible situation for 1.5 million people to have that mindset change, to think about not just now themselves necessarily, but what we're going to be able to do for others. This is an incredible opportunity if everybody simply starts taking note of what is going on and what is happening here and gets to the same level that the rest of us are on this panel.
Thank you very much, Brother Andy. Sister Comfort, over to you. I can see Brother Jeffrey's hand up. I don't know whether it's relating to this question as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, since it's your question, whether you were going to attend to the hands, because Jeffrey's hand came up when this question was up. So maybe
Jeffrey, can you unmute yourself, please? And
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was going to kind of chime in just a little bit on that as well. And I thank you for that, Andy. You kind of helped make the point I'm going to make here too, I believe. But I've got a little different perspective than probably Tony does, but it's all good. We talked a little earlier about value and the value of each founder, and that value from each founder is coming because of each of us have a unique perspective. Mm-hmm. Now, this goes into and kind of marries with the idea of mindset. And the question was, how does mindset affect us? Well, mindset determines our success, period. That's like attracts like. So if you've got a very good, very healthy mindset, it's going to attract others and other things to you that are very healthy and have good mindsets and good attitudes. And if we don't, then you're going to get the opposite back. You're going to get the negative stuff back. And if you're in here with a very negative attitude or a mindset, like Tony said, that's really going to hurt you. That's going to hurt you primarily. But on top of that, if you're in here with founders with a bad mindset, that's going to attract others into founders. And sooner or later, other founders are going to have to deal with those bad attitudes. So it can affect both of us at the macro and at the micro levels. So, I agree 100% with what Andy just said. We have got to go forward with a mindset, and Tony said too, that we're following Ash Mufarah's mindset and his lead on that good behavior. So that's how it affects us. Our mindset will actually determine whether or not we're successful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Jeffrey. So, Brother Bruce.
I've just asked you to unmute.
Thank you, Comfort. I appreciate you and everybody else here. Fabulous information like always. I really believe in affirmations. And a very simple one I do is, I persist until I reach my goal. And with Onpassive, that goal, once it's reached, is going to be way beyond what my goal is. And I'm open to that. So I stay open to persisting to always reach that goal, wherever it may take me, I'm open to. And because I persist in that, I also have a conviction and a commitment to believe in not only the goal, not only in Mr. Ashman-Farah and everybody here, but I believe that this is achievable. Those things are important in a mindset. It's very important to believe in yourself, believe that you can achieve what you conceive, and it is doable. And the more I stay focused on that, I'm not saying I will, I never say I will persist, because that's future. I am persisting on a daily basis to achieve the goal that Onpassive had, which really is an unlimited goal, which is amazing and exciting, and I'm exuberantly thrilled at that. So that's all.
Thank you, Bruce. Okay, let's just let's hear from Charles Casablanca. Charles, are you there? I've just asked you to unmute, please.
Thank you, sister, for the opportunity you're giving me. I'm just going along with what Jeffrey said, and Jeffrey has been an inspiration because when he talked about the mindset, I remember back early 2020 when we just had like GoFounders, and Jeffrey on his YouTube channel was very consistent. And people at times were looking at him, but he was saying things about what Onpassive will be and what he believes Onpassive is. And we didn't have this much value. So when I listen to people like Jeffrey, I'm very inspired. I'm very inspired because he says what he does. And this is the attitude that, I'm trying to connect myself with, because no matter the value we think Onpassive will bring or will not bring, I think the attitude we'll have will determine the height we want to go with the business. So yeah, thank you very much, Jeffrey. I'm just taking the opportunity to really thank you for your consistency and for what you stand for as far as Onpassive is concerned. Thank you again for everybody.
Thanks so much, bro. Jeffrey has been an inspiration indeed. He's my role model. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Let's hear from Peter Rogers so that we can get one more question, please. Peter Rogers, can I ask you to unmute, please?
Hi, everyone. Hi, all the leaders, and great webinar. I just want to say a few words on what Jeffrey was saying and Andy was saying about mindset. Everybody comes into Onpassive a certain level of mindset, and I feel, when you first start and you sort of in awe of Onpassive, and you sort of, you do have, you get really excited about what you see. So that mindset can change from then, and obviously it's a journey. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a journey all the way through. I mean, I've been involved in it 4 years. And my mindset has changed, and it's changed because obviously the distance that I've been involved in Onpassive, but also as well learning about Onpassive. Again, it's a learning process. You have to learn, you learn about what Onpassive can offer, what it can give, what it can do for individuals, what it's going to do for the world. Then your mindset does change gradually with that. Okay. Now, you obviously got some people who have got a bad mindset. And to be honest, I just feel those individuals are really not actually locking in properly and not really understanding what Onpassive is about. Okay, so at the end of the day, you haven't got to be Mr. Positive straight away in this business. Everybody's skeptical. You've obviously got to be positive in a positive manner. But I think it's a journey. And I think as you progress through the journey of Onpassive, your mindset definitely changes. And that's where I found, and I'm learning every day. I'm a shy person. I don't really speak that often. We had the UK webinar last week, and I met so many nice people. It sort of brought me out of Michelle a little bit. And so again, that was another journey of my mindset again there by meeting individuals, and it brought me out of myself. And that's what basically what people like yourselves, you just need to get tied into Onpassive, go to all the functions, log in to your back office every day, learn about what's going on, and learn about the products as well. That's something that we all need to be doing, understanding the pros here who are talking about products. Sometimes they go into detail and you think, oh, this is too much for me. But they're just giving you the basics of what the products are, and they're just trying to show you the way and make you understand what we've got our hands on. And again, that's a journey, again, learning about the products. It's a process, and it's just something you have to work on. So that's all I really want to say. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
I just want to add to that. I know we want to move on from this mindset, but I think it's very important, and I agree with what everybody said here. And I just wanted to put this into perspective. Mindset is a state of being. Okay, so yes, mindset can change from time to time. It's always a state of being. And the thing is, if you're going to look for negative, if you're going to be a negative Nelly and you're looking for negative aspects of things, you're going to find the negativity. Wherever you look, you're going to find evidence to prove that negativity exists. But if you look for the positives too, you also find the positives as well. So it all depends on what mindset you happen to be in. So mindset is a state of being. And that's what I've learned over the years. And I agree with everybody here. It's a very good subject to be on, because there's a lot of negative mindsets out there that, and like Peter just stated very perfectly, if you're not engaged on a consistent basis of what's going on, then you're going to start listening to the negative Nellies on YouTube. And then you're going to think, oh my God, Onpassive is a scam, because you're not as engaged as you should be. You see what I'm saying? So the mindset, it's a state of being, and that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you. Thanks so much. So let's look at this. Andy, this looks somehow, because it talks about sales, I don't know, but I think there's this advice to we founders that we should focus on value and benefits and how it translates into sales and commissions that we don't have to do, because the company is going to do it for us. Is there any way you want to explain it in other smaller, easier terms for everybody?
Okay. So sales is about features and benefits, and it's finding features and benefits for each individual that you're speaking to that relate to them. So if you're talking to a school teacher, you can explain about Academy. Again, give you an example. I have a teacher friend of mine who teaches maths, and he was saying that during lockdown, the children, it took his students are 14 years old, so they're coming up towards what we have in the UK as GCSEs. But he said it took them 2 weeks to teach them how to use Zoom to start with. And then the biggest problem was that once they got all registered on the Zoom link to listen to the lecture, that the kids actually turned around and started playing on their PlayStations. So from his perspective, and I've mentioned this to him, I said, well, that must have been a nightmare. And he said, well, to be fair, we're further behind now than we were before. Mm. So, when you look at a feature and a benefit from that point of view, okay, well, Academy has distraction detection equipment, so the children wouldn't be able to do that. Plus the fact that it's far easier to use. You can bring on, and he said, let me stop you there. That's good enough for me. So what I'm getting at is there are features and benefits to every single product we have, depending upon who you relate it to. Yeah. So find a way of being able to say to a small business owner, the small business owner may have its own website. He therefore has his own hosting at the moment. Yes, we can take over the hosting, but it's not relevant today. Today, the best thing for him would be specific targeted traffic. Yeah. So how do you get your customers today, Mr. Client? Your restaurant's around the corner. What opportunities do you, I use the paper, I advertise online. Okay, brilliant. What about if we were able to find a way of maximizing your potential within a 20 or a 30-mile radius for people to come to your restaurant? Would that be of interest? Yes, of course it would. Okay, then you need to consider what's known as specific targeted traffic. Let me explain what specific targeted traffic is to you. So as I said, every single customer or every single person on the planet we know, because let's face it, we know there are just over 5 billion people that use the internet, and every single person we know in our vicinity uses the internet. So everybody is a potential customer. It is simply a way of being able to turn it round to that particular person and what it relates to. The best way of it relating to. So features and benefits. Pick a product. If he works for a major company or staff, a single sign-on, do you guys have to come in and out of different software packages? Wouldn't it be easier to find one software package where everything is under one roof and costs far less than you're probably paying at the moment? Would it be of interest? Can I show you the details? Yeah.
Wow. All right. Thank you. Thanks so much. So guys, if you are joining us a bit late, we are discussing a topic that has been hitting the waves throughout the week, which is a 5-letter word called value, V-A-L-U-E. the value that Onpassive is bringing to us, the value that Mr. Ash Mufare is bringing to us through Onpassive. And we have heard of it from various angles. So stay tuned. If you have any contribution, drop it, be it on the YouTube channel, comment section on the Zoom or wherever. And please, if you're watching us live, why not go ahead and subscribe to those channels, click on the notification bell for regular minute-by-minute updates, because we are now running at the speed of the light. So thank you once again, guys, for your great contributions. Thank you. Education is key. Who doesn't learn does not know. If you don't learn and understand what Onpassive is all about, then you are not ready for the new, for the greatest shape and the newest brand new life that you are living from now till the end of your life. Thank you, guys. So given what, you know, how I really like how Andy, I knew you were going to simplify it, of course. Now we know the focus on value is when you go to a product, look at the features and tell the people, forget about the rest, because it's not your job, it's the job of the company. Thank you. So we want to hear, I know that this sounds almost like the same, Jeffrey, but if it's repeating, it's for emphasis. The person who did not get it earlier on will definitely get it now. Because in the same line, the CEO says people should stay plugged in and don't look around for other distracting opportunities. So what's he saying here? Jeffrey, please.
Well, thank you. Andy, I really appreciated, I really enjoyed what you just said. Thank you so very much for that. And thank you again, Comfort. Basically, Mr. Mufar is just letting us know, you know, in plain English, there's no need to go anywhere else. There's no place out there or on the internet that has more than what we have. There's no place out there that has better quality than what we have. There's no place out there that has lower pricing than we have. There's nowhere out there that has integration or automation or sophistication or any of the other Asians out there that we have. So if you're out there looking for something, you're looking in the wrong place. We are it. We are the best and will be the best. We are the biggest. We will be the biggest. And we're going to be that stimulus for the global economy. Being a member here is all you'll ever need to be, because everybody else is going to be coming here as well. That's what Mr. Mufar is saying. And he's talking about the value that we have here within Onpassive. Now, can I keep going with this, or do I need to be quiet?
No, go ahead. It's all yours. Yeah.
Okay, because when you start talking about value, then it's not just value for Onpassive or value for the members that are coming in. It's value for us as founders. Now, I mean, think about this. There's value that comes to us from Onpassive in the form of peace of mind, right? I mean, we know that this is a company whose operational commitment is based on fairness, ethics, and value. And when you have a company like that, and you know we're like that, you don't have to stress whether or not they're going to try to upsell you or cheat you or take advantage of you or do anything that's negative for you, right? I mean, how good is it to know that we're going to be successful? You know this about Onpassive. You don't know this about anything else. How good is it? How wonderful is it to know that our success is a done for you deal? I mean, there's nobody else out there that's been from day one saying we guarantee your success and this is how we're going to do it. How wonderful is it? How great is it to know? How much peace of mind does it give us to know that we don't have to figure out how to market our own products or market the company's products? Or how great and how satisfying is it to know we don't have to figure out how the business is going to work because it's done for us. And our success will be based more than 90% based on what Onpassive does rather than what we do. I mean, there's even the passivity. We've talked about the passivity. It's in our name, for heaven's sakes, the passivity of a company whose products are automated and integrated to work seamlessly together with all the other products. I mean, you start putting all this together, and once we're starting to use this, how much more delicious are the apples going to be on the way, just knowing that we can sleep well at night, and a lot of us aren't sleeping good, but it's not because we're worried, it's because we're excited, That's the real value. And that's what Onpassive gives to all of us. And that's why we don't need to and should not want to go anywhere else. Thank
Wow.
you.
Wow. Thank you so much,
Can
Jeff.
I add?
All right. Go ahead, bro.
That question is not even a question to ask. I know maybe most of us here, we are not computer savvy, but
Bro, you know what? It's a question to ask. We are 1.5 million. You don't know where my grandmother lives, and she's a founder of Onpassive. Answer it.
I know, right? Being in the field, I want to give practicals, at least with the four tech pros here, being in the field and know what is going on, and that we've worked with some of those products, majority of them. You know, let me go to Cisco WebEx, Microsoft Teams, this Zoom that we are using. They are not even close. They are not close. We have dual screen sharing, auto translation, you know, the brightness, the speed. When you talk, how filtered your voice is. That is all connect. Before we add AI, automation, integration, tell me who is that CEO that will not come and buy our product? Price, affordable. Let's go to Ostaff. Ostaff is one of my favorite. Ostaff is one of my favorite because being work as an executive, appraiser, you want to do appraiser, SAP, SAP, that's another software to perform appraisal with your staffs. It's a different software. They call it SAP ASP. If you want to do finances for your pay stuff and payroll or whatnot, I'll call their names, Pro. If I want to do clock in, clock out, yourself and employees, ADP. These are software that you minimize, you work with them, you close, you open this. Everything has been bundled to one. Everything bundled one. All staff carries everything. Then the beauty of it again is biometric. All human resource, they will send you, can you go and do your biometric here? Can you go and do this here? And come, then they'll send the result to us. Now, in that office, in your human resource office, biometric is there.
Perfect.
Come again, CCTV. Federal workers that are here, I can see Auntie Marie Pendi, she'll be annoyed with me because she works with the federal government. All that fraudulence that they fraud, they work from home, they work 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day, then they leave. They say they've worked, they pay them. Now, you have to sit in front of your machine. You will be there for 8 hours. If you perform or you work for 2 hours or 20 hours a week, the record will tell you, CCTV will tell you, you work all of, they will pay you for 20 hours or 10 hours because those are the hours that you work. You were not in front of your machine.
Wow, wow. Massive.
So we can name this thing and name this thing. Who is that CEO that will not come to us? And then there's no licenses.
Wow.
There's no licenses. There's no subscription fee, monthly subscription fee, flat rate. It's affordable. Who will not come to us?
Oh my God, you're overwhelming the layman with this big.
So that's what I'm saying. Being in the industry for all this while, we know these products.
All right.
We know these products. Look at all virtual. Look at all virtual. That we will use it with. I was talking with Bob last night. We were brainstorming about all virtual and Opal. That is our own WhatsApp.
Perfect.
So my grandmother in the village will use all virtual and Opal and all virtual is going to boost up her network. You know, now I can talk to her without the line interrupting. Oh. Who will not come and take it? That's why I would say, let me say, like Marcel always put it, WhatsApp is on live support when Opal comes out. Thank you.
Correct. And I say, like you always say, we are fine. So let's hear from my brother Apostle Mensah, because definitely I believe that Sister Fumi has a question. I'm very, very sure. So Apostle Mensah, are you there, please?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sister Comfort, and all the amazing leaders for adding value to the value. I think that it's just going to bring excellence, because the more they speak, the more they talk, the more they are just even bringing more value and more value. Thank you so much. I just want to digress a little bit. Brother Andy was talking about some lists that we have to think of making. I just wanted him to just throw a little light on it, just to enlighten us. It's a very good idea that he's bringing across. What actually should a founder do in concerning what he said, what is entailed? What do you have to put down? What do you have to do? Can you give us throw a little light on it? Thank you so much.
Okay. You can do whatever level you wish to. You can allow the company to do everything for you, or you can really get engaged and start to look at all the people that you know. As I said, the people that have said no, first of all, because I'm sure I have a relatively small team in comparison, but I have asked some 7,000 different people, and they've all said no. Now, it was the wrong time to begin with. So now I can go back to those 7,000 people and say, here's what we have. Now you need to really take a look. And it's a case of thinking about who is around you, who do you know that isn't part of Onpassive today. So write a list. Start with the people in your close circle who said no, and then the people within that circle that you haven't spoken to yet. And each particular person, what do they do? What's their job? Who do they work for? What does the company do? Do they have children at school? Do they speak to family members in countries that have internet connection problems? Every single person that you know that uses the internet should be on your list. Yeah. And that's everybody that you know and those that you don't know. So it's going to be a long list. No, I digress a bit. Basically start with a list of people that you know. Now, as I said, at the end of the day, the company is going to go to work for us and help build us a business, but it's how quickly we want to achieve the income goal that we set up for ourselves. So in the example I gave you earlier, if you do nothing and the company created 256 customers, if you shared it with 9 others, that you could multiply by 10 to have 2,560. So you'd achieve your income goal far sooner. So just think about this. If you had a list to start with, so that when we go live, you had a list of 1,000 people, what do you think that would do for your income? Now, once we understand the reseller package, many of these people that said no originally are going to be able to get in. Now, Mr. Mafara already said that there is going to be no excuse for anybody that doesn't have any money, because they're going to be able to start at a level with nothing. So every single person you know, doesn't matter where they live, what background they have, they could have their own business. So my list is split into 2. I have one list for customers, potential customers, those that are going to use the product, and at the moment, and I stress at the moment, has no interest in becoming a reseller. The other list is a list of resellers, people that, excuse me, that want a business, don't know where to start, or have a business and could make more money from being able to offer this business. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Bro Andy, thank you so much. In that sense, will you need maybe their email address in addition?
No. At this stage, all you want to do is to make a list. So those names, if you've got telephone numbers for them, great. If you've got email addresses for them, better. Some point of contact, doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, you can talk to them over the phone. Red probably mentioned earlier on what we wanted to do in the UK after the event that we held the other week is to start providing a bank of videos that could be used within the UK, particularly but there's no reason why we can't expand the idea out to others that want to do the same thing. To have a bank of different videos that do say different things. So one about the numbers, one about the presentation, one about testimonials or several testimonials, things like this that you could show others for them to have a business opportunity. But again, this is too broad at this stage. All you need do is to write a list of every single person you've ever come across in your life. That's it.
All
yeah.
right.
Now, as I said, my list is in 2. Customers, resellers, or potential customers, potential resellers. Now, from the customer point of view, I'm going to use features and benefits. So when I email them or when I speak to them over the phone, I'm going to know what they do for a living, what they've got, and how just one, not all, just one of the products. You don't want to bamboozle people. You just say one product. So, as I said, from an academy point of view, where you may have friends that have difficulty teaching their children because they're out in the sticks, what an opportunity to use academy and still be able to have the qualifications through an online facility rather than go face to face. So there's lots of different ways to do it, but start with a list. Customers, potential resellers. That would be my advice.
Thank you so much, Brother Andy. God bless you for such an insightful directions.
No
but
problem,
I'm appealing to you. It's a personal appeal. When the UK team, when you put your things together, please don't limit it to the UK. Let us also have access. Thank you so much.
All right.
We. All right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Andy. Yeah, I was just going to say that we are ready to go anywhere. So if you want us to come to Accra or to Kumasi, we'll definitely you'll find us there the next minute. Yeah, so don't be worried. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Sister Fumi, is there any burning one again?
The only question that was here that's been sent to me is, I think Brother Andy has already answered it, but let me still put it out there. It says, okay, so now that we are not sure what to do next, is there need for us to start sharing our links now, or do we wait until we are told what to do? What exactly do the founders do apart from we adding value to ourselves by making sure that we learn, we understand our business, we understand the products, we understand the different functionalities that are in those products that makes them different from what is already existing. So what do we do? What do we do?
I've got an idea for you, Funmi. How many people here get spam email?
So many.
Right. Okay, great. Then we've got potential customers in our spam email. Reply to them.
Ooh.
Send them information about Onpassive.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So that means we can share our links.
That's huge, isn't it?
That's huge. So does it mean we can share our links then? Direct. All right. Then we all
once we go live and we've got reseller details, then do that. But again, keep a list of all the spam emails that you've got. Why not? It won't make great start.
I think we need to spam them. I can see that Jeffrey's hand is up.
Can I say one thing?
Okay, brother, let's go ahead before Jeffrey comes, please.
There's a wonderful letter that Julie made up. It's in the back office for people can copy and put their link 57 on it. So that way you can reword it any way you want. But it's a wonderful link to look up and you can just copy it.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for letting us know, Bruce.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
I'm Michelle.
Is Jeffrey gone? Jeffrey's hand was just up a while ago. All right,
No, he's still there.
Was about to say something.
Yes, since Bruce came up, we thought that Bruce should just say finish talking before he comes up. All right, let's hear from Somshua Patil.
Hold on. Jeffrey was ready and he's
okay.
Yeah, he's here.
No,
Okay.
no. Bruce was perfect. He took it right away from it. Great. Absolutely. Julie did a nice little thing in the back office. It's there for everybody. Use link 57. Absolutely. I mean, send that out. You know, that's another piece of value. Just the fact that we don't have to go after founders.
Right.
That should take the load off of most of us. Just share that link. That's all you've got to do, and let people know, hey, when we open, you can become a member and life is good.
Oh, I'm just so happy when I think like Jeffrey. I'm just like, wow. Then I'm getting it because when you spoke, I just thought like, I think this is value, and then you were just saying it's yay. So we're getting it. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thanks. So let's hear from some Shua Patil. I'll just ask you to unmute, please.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sister. I am Mr.
Welcome, brother.
Patil from India.
Namaste.
Namaste, madam. Namaste. Sir, madam, I have one question. We have foundership has closed.
Okay.
Now, suppose some people are coming into the system, just like in reseller norm. So, what may be the package for them? If we put some people into as a reseller, what will be the package? Because people asking me, sir, I want to come. I say that foundership is closed. Now you wait for what is the package? I don't know for the this next as a reseller.
Okay. Leaders, is anybody inspired, please?
So, madam, what will be the package?
Yeah, just hold on. Let's hear what our leaders will say about this. Andy, Jeffrey, Collins.
I can start this one off. I love to say it. Founders is closed. They have missed the premier opportunity. But if you're looking for right now, nobody can come in right now. Period. Once we open up, yes, there will be packages and there may be the opportunity to become a reseller. And if that's the case, there are going to be a certain number of different types of packages that Mr. Mufar has talked about, but we don't really know what those are right now. So that right now we're just on hold. We can't bring anybody in and we can't really tell them what they can expect. But like Andy said, Mr. Patil, hang on to those people and let them know, hey, here's my link 57. Let me know what your email address is, how to contact you. And when this information is available, get back to them. That's the best thing we can do.
Okay.
All right. Thank
you.
you.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you too, bro, for coming. Do you still have another question?
I'm listening your webinars daily, madam.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Sister Fumi, did you say you had another question or not?
No.
Okay, I have. I don't know. I think it's almost the last one now.
Okay, you have the last one.
Yes.
You have a go.
I'm happy that Jeffrey is here, Tony is here, and the rest of the OTech Pro, Andy. Somebody was like making a mockery of us when we were excited about resellers joining through referral link that is coming from us. So is that something for founders to be excited about, really? Is this something for us to be excited that now we're the gatekeepers?
Is that for anybody to answer?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the answer is yes. That's absolutely. But again, you're getting back to value. The beauty of Onpassive is we don't have to do our own marketing if we don't want to. But yes, put that link out there. That's part of what we have as benefits to founders. Get that link out there, even if you're just using mail. Just go out and get these mail lists and send them out. Hey, we're going to be launching. Here's a link. You're going to hear about us. You're not going to be able to miss this. We're going to make such a big splash. You're going to get wet. When that happens, click this link and learn. Come in as a member. Absolutely. That is something very, very exciting because that means everybody coming in as a member is going to go somewhere in the comp plan. Their sales are going to go somewhere underneath the founders. Yes, that's exciting. Yeah, get that link out there. Just have fun with it. Don't be stressed.
All right. Thank you. Thanks so much. Let's hear from Nasir Ibrahim. Nasir, are you there? I've just asked you to unmute.
Yes, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Sorry, I am a novice in internet technology. I don't know what next should I do. Is there going to be a seminar for us or a training session where people like us can be part of so that we can be carried along? That's just my question. I'm just coming in. I'm very sorry to come in late.
Okay, well, bro, when did you join Onpassive?
I joined October last year.
All right, thank you for coming. So leaders, does anybody want to answer to Nasir's question? I know that a few things have been said. Is anyone interested to go back to it? What do we need to be doing now? Because he needs some education. Tech Pro, you guys have been silent for a bit. Let's hear from one of you guys.
Mr. Fumi's hand is up.
Okay, yes, please go for it. Go for it.
I was going to tell my brother to please go back to his back office. We have all of webinars that have been recorded. We have loads of webinars that are upcoming. We have a lot of YouTube channels that are carrying all the information that you need to educate yourself in, because that has not, if you joined since November, then that means you're a bit behind. Then you need to go play catch up by watching those videos and educating yourself. You add value to yourself, know what you are into, the business you are into, the products that your business is all about. That's what you need to do now. You need to educate yourself. Nobody's going to spoon feed you here. So, and then learn to come to webinars like this, like you've done today. Sometimes I know people are working and they don't have the opportunity to, but make sure once you miss it, go back to the back office, your back office, link up, because there's always an update. Roundtable on Monday is for founders only. If you cannot make it and you're working, make sure you go back to your back office. There's always a video of it. There's always a written version of it. And people have taken pains to put these things together to add value to ourselves, to add value to yourself. So that is what you need to do now. You need to play catch up, and then also start coming to the webinars that you need to come to, and then to catch up on any webinar that you miss, and catch up on the replay, and catch up on the recorded version, catch up on the update summary of roundtables every Monday. That's what you need to do.
Thank you, sis. Thanks so much. I think, I'm not sure, does anybody see? All right, good. Let's hear from Peter Rogers, and that will be it for my brother, Nasir. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I just want to add to what Fumi was just saying about, like Ash said, nobody will be left behind. Okay, so just because you feel you're behind now, okay, you won't be. All you got to do is what Fumi's just said: lock into your back office, watch the webinars. You've still got time. Okay, so it's not a rush. It's just take your time, get involved, learn about Onpassive, and you'll get there. That's all I want to really say. Okay. So.
Thank you. Marcian, welcome, sis. I've just asked you to unmute.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Thanks to all the leaders in the house. I just want to say happy Eid Mubarak Day to all my friends Onpassivian around the world. Today is the day to celebrate, and also happy birthday to my friend Corina Lance, and to all the July baby, just like me. Thank you so much. It's a great webinar.
All right. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks. Yeah. So Ibrahim, I hope you are satisfied. So I think let's move on so that we wrap up, guys. We need to wrap up now. But before we go, please let's Auntie Lynn, are you there, please? You have been running this week with this mighty, useful, valuable topic about value, and we can't go without having you say a word. So please, you said a lot of sweet, useful things yesterday. If you can just make a comment about all what this value has been and how much it has ministered to you throughout the week. I would really appreciate that. So come on, unmute yourself.
Hello, everybody. Glad to see everyone here. I think this webinar was very good, well attended. We had over 300 people in attendance, a mixture of both founders and guests. So we're hoping that we're providing value. And I see that we're still at, right now, 292. That's a good sign. That means people are staying for the full time and they are interested and gaining. As far as value goes, what I want to say is when you come to Onpassive, you're coming to value. Onpassive is synonymous with value. And when Ashma Farah started this company, he didn't start the company thinking, well, how am I going to make money? Bottom line is profit, money, money, money. No, not at all. He started with a vision. And what was his vision? That we, the founders of this company, would be able to uplift humanity through this business model called Onpassive. You know, so he started with such good intentions, not with corporate greed. And what you see reflected today is this beautiful heart of Ashma Farah, where he just decided, okay, what I'm going to do is offer value. If I offer value to the world, to consumers, they will come to us. We will not have to go to them because they will see that we offer superior products and services at the lowest possible pricing, and that we offer good customer service through our chatbot through our chatbot, OChat. So we're light years ahead of the competition. And in essence, we really don't have competition because we are so superior. So when you think about Onpassive, you can be very, very proud of the fact that we offer the best value to the world, you know, in a nutshell. And that's why we should be very, very happy to be associated with Onpassive. I hope that's it. I just wanted to say a short few words, not go into too much detail. Thank you, Comfort.
Thank you too. Thanks. That's Onpassive. You always plan to say 3 words and end up saying 300, but that's no problem. We all understand. That's how sweet, that's how massive we are. So thank you so much, sis, for a great contribution. Thanks. Yeah. So Sister Fumi, I'm handing over to you. If you don't have anything to say, maybe you would like to hand over to Mama Joycelyn. Are you there, sis?
Yes, I'm here. So I just want to thank all the leaders in the house, those that have gone and those that are still here, and all the founders and all our guests. Thank you very much for coming. And please, please don't forget roundtable tomorrow. Roundtable tomorrow. If you miss it, catch up during the week. Catch up on the summary, catch up on the recording, get to know about your business, get to know about the products in your business, get to know more and add value to yourself and value for your customers and resellers that are coming. That's for me and Sister Comfort. Au revoir. Sister Mama Joycelyn.
Wow. Can I please say something?
All right.
Yeah. Yes. Uncle Bob, he has drafted something about resetting password. I will put it on our Heroes platform. So I know now a lot of people are having problem to reset their password on their old founder. So he has come out with some nice plan and steps how to reset your password. So I'll put it on both all the Heroes Telegram and all the important other platforms. Then all winners also has started. We have 2 webinars the past 2 weeks. So this Wednesday again we'll have another one 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the night every Wednesday. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I just want to beg on Oliver to just hang on. I realize there's a couple of tweaks I need to make changes. So just hang on before you share it.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, just bear with all. We are not trying to drag it. This is time everybody needs to be informed by all costs. You don't have any excuse to say you missed out on anything, because Mondays we'll have roundtable. If you type on YouTube, you have Jeffrey Moloch, you have Marty DeGamo, you have my show, Empowerment Talks, because I call Jeffrey to come and explain until he explains and explains. And then you have Lynn, the Friday night show. We have just started a new show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. UK time. insights with Lean and Comfort. There is a lot of information. Go around, just get yourself sorted. Just type us on YouTube. All of these people you see on the screen, type their name on YouTube. Whatever thing you see them there, they are doing it with the right people and for the good of this business. Everything they are doing is adding value both to you and to the business. Thank you, sis. And let me just say, Sister Jocelyn, please take over. Thank you.
Wow. What a wonderful sis I got in the team. Thanks, sis. They are really partners in crime. They can't change that name. It's there forever. Thank you. I thought you were forgetting to mention the new show on Wednesdays, but thanks for saying something about that. I watched it. It was a very good show.
Oh,
well, I think Sister Fumi has rounded it up lovely for me. I was going to say about the back office thing and also to join the roundtable tomorrow, but I think Sister Fumi have run it up lovely for me. So all I have to say is thank you, everyone, especially our LC leaders in the house. We love to see you all the time. Brother Jeffrey, please do come again. We love to see you every Sunday with us. Thank you very much for coming, Auntie Lynn and everyone that made it possible to join us today. Our tech team, we love you, brothers. You are the best. Thank you for being there for us all the time. And my wonderful two sisters, Sister Comfort and Sister Fumi, and all the leaders in the house. Thank you very much. Please do join us again next week, same time. And if today is your first time joining us and you are not yet a founder, well, founder, I can't say yet a founder because it's close. Just look forward for the reseller post very soon. Do join us again. And if Auntie Lynn or anyone can unmute everyone for us to do our usual thing, we are all in it to win it.
Aaron.
In it, to win it.
We are all in it.
Goodbye.
Who's the house?
Wonderful week.
Thank you. Proceed, John, now. Thank you, thank you, guys. Come again, guys. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you. People still coming in. Unbelievable.